Welcome to Movie Monday. Today we finally fucking watched Crazy Rich Asians.
Like 3 months
Like
later.
after like 3 months. Holy shit. Okay, well, we finally watched Crazy Rich Asians.
I would like to say one thing before we start talking about the movie.
Go ahead,
Yes.
Alan.
Fuck rich people.
Yeah.
I think that's something we can all mutually agree on.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Eat the rich. Okay. So, I don't really like okay, so Crazy Rich Asians was like a movie that I always kind of wanted to watch because like okay, out of the three of us, two of us are Asian.
Yeah.
And so neither of us
Wait,
are
you're
rich.
Asian?
Yeah.
Alan.
With a name like mine.
Bro, I
No,
thought
my
you were
name is
like
actually May, and
Senegalese.
my name is May, and I am white.
You're a banana.
Wait, if there was someone that was going to be mistaken as white, it would have been me with my
with
name.
your name, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
In any case, yeah. So we were like, we want to watch this movie, especially since it was like one of the first like
Mainstream,
like
Asian American movies
Yeah.
in like this godforsaken country.
So I was like, yeah, let's put it on the list and see when we watch it. And we finally got around to watching it and everything.
Yep.
And none of us have seen this before.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
We've only heard things about it. And I guess I'm very curious to know what Valen's opinion is first.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hate it.
Yay.
Like, okay, obviously, again, this is not the kind of movie I would normally watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not.
And I was with it, like, pretty solid. And then the end happened, and I feel like I missed something.
What I understand is that okay, I'm not totally sure how Rachel won Eleanor over, but I know that she approved in the end.
Because
I'm not
that's the
sure.
thing. It seemed like, from what I saw, it was like there was the whole thing with we've, fucking dug up dirt on your family, and then there was the falling out, and she's like, I'm gone. I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. I've made my decision. Blah blah blah. And it seemed like she was like really committed to that decision, and even with Nick kind of coming up being, like, oh, that was a mistake, and I want to marry you, or whatever. When they're like, was it on like some docks or something? I don't know, whatever that was.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, I don't want to deal with this. Bye. And then she left. But then then they're on the plane, and then it's like, marry me again. And then she's like, yes. And I'm like, what changed? Like, why? I don't understand. Why is this suddenly different now?
I mean, I know that I think what it is that in between we have the mahjong game where she talks to Ellen. Oh well, I mean spoilers. She talks to Eleanor, and I think maybe what it is that she tapped into something in Eleanor.
She won her respect. I think that was it was kind of going along the thing of Eleanor didn't need to like her, she just needed to respect her, and the fact that she won a mahjong game against her. And then I guess the thing is that she also, it's kind of like, how do I explain it? It's like he also, because Rachel explained to Eleanor the fact that, yeah, I understand there's a culture difference. In Asia, there's a whole thing with like family and everything, while in the States, it's a whole thing with like individualism, basically, and stuff like that. Of which she was like, you need to understand that in the end, I forgot where my line of thinking was going with this. I lost my line of thinking. Wait.
I mean,
basically, I think what happened is that during the mahjong game, she told the mom that that she loves Nick, but she doesn't want to, if the family doesn't think that she's enough and everything, then she's just gonna leave because she can't and stuff like that. And that if they're going to end up marrying him off to someone else, they should accept the fact that because she turned him down, because he was willing to. Okay, wait. I think I got it. Third time's the charm. Okay. Okay. So he went to the dock. First thing that happened is he went to the docks to propose to her, and he told her, "I'm willing to give up everything to be with you," and stuff like that. And there were two ways she could have gone about it. She loves him, so she would have obviously been like, "Yeah, let's get married," and stuff like that. "Come be with me because I'm American." Because in their eyes, she's American, so she would obviously want to steal him away and everything. But she told him no. Not because she didn't want to marry him, but because he knew, like, the whole family thing and stuff like that. So in that way, she made a decision that she didn't expect anything from them and everything, but that would...
Okay. I think I know what you mean. I think...
Please try to explain this in a way that's more eloquent.
So the two things I'm understanding is that she understands the idea of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And she also kind of acknowledges the difference in their culture.
Yeah. I think that was what Eleanor... And then the fact she won the Mahjong game too, so... Eleanor kind of realized that she does understand certain things with their family and stuff like that, and she did have their family in mind, and she would be capable of making those kinds of things. It's just that she never gave her the chance because immediately when she got off the plane, she just didn't like her to begin with.
Because, yeah, the idea is that they think of her as a foreigner.
Yeah.
Which is kind of an interesting take because usually in America, like I had this happen to me the other day in school where there was this white man, an older white man in the class before the class that I met. And he was talking to one of my classmates who happens to be from Ukraine. She hasn't been back in many years because of all the conflicts and stuff there. But I remember like 2 weeks ago, he asked her like, "Oh, where's your accent from?" And I was like, oh my God. So then this week, this same guy asked me, "Where are you from?" And I was like, we're not doing this. And I straight up just told him, "Oh, I'm from New York." Because you know, in America, Asian, I don't remember where we heard this, but like, if you have an Asian face, you're automatically like othered. But
you're automatically Chinese.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see because it is true in Asia, they can pick out the fact that you're American and you still get othered.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird.
Yeah, they know the second that you open your mouth. Like when Rachel went and hugged the mom, me and my aunt were like, no!
Oh my God. I will say, the cultural stuff in this movie is so accurate.
Yeah.
Holy shit. The social politics in Asian families, Asian cultures, Asian like the whole network, so spot on. Oh my God. So spot on. The gossip, the back talking, the backstabbing. Oh yeah. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. Oh my God. So accurate. Yeah. So this was very interesting to watch.
Yeah. I was curious about this film. I wasn't sure. I had heard that this was a good film, but maybe not for everyone.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with it with that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'll probably like this film, but I'm just gonna go with... I ended up really loving this film, so... I just find it really funny, and I want to show like my mom and brother.
Oh yeah, theyll get it.
Yeah, I feel like they'll be very hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my stance is like, obviously, you know, I don't have that direct connection, but like, it does seem like believable in how that works. And again, it's part of it is also though, it's like how much of this is like Asian family dynamics and how much of it is rich people family dynamics.
Yeah, there's also that. Yeah,
right.
That's an extra layer.
Yeah,
and the money part part is something we're not familiar with, but just the cultural part, very much so.
Yeah, but so, like, I don't know. My whole time, I'm just like, God, like, all of you suck. like the family people, not like the main characters. They're fine, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just like, so it's one of those where it's like kind of hard for me to like, because again, it's one of those where it's like, I don't know. It's so weird because I'm just like, I don't really like anybody. Just like, again, the main two are fine. I was kind of glad that, like, you know, for like basically the whole movie until the end, there like wasn't any actual like issue between the two like leads as a couple, right?
Yeah.
Because at least like, and then the thing at the end where it was like, oh, we found out that, like, about your family or whatever, that still didn't really, it didn't really cause like an issue between
the main two.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just the family stories, so which I like because so often these stories, it's like, I discovered something about you and now I don't like you as a partner who I've been dating and I've been totally in love with this whole time. It's like, oh, fucking whatever, who cares, right? So like that doesn't happen, which is nice. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It gets me in the sense of like, God, these people just like piss me off. So
yeah. I kind of like, one of my favorite novels is The Great Gatsby, and this kind of had those vibes. It's just, with a lot less death.
I think my favorite characters were the main two.
Yeah.
So Nick and Rachel, as well as the two. I liked Oliver and the.
Oh yeah. I don't know what the character's name is, but Aquafina's character.
Yeah, Aquafina's character. I liked them, especially when they were trying to dress up Rachel and all the commentary.
I usually don't like those like montage dress up things, but this was funny.
Oh, they actually made it funny because they said things. Yeah, usually it's just they don't really say anything, but yeah. Yeah, they're good. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird how like, because the angle I thought they were gonna go with at first was that like of course the mom doesn't like Rachel, but it seems like the grandmother does, right?
Yeah.
And so I thought they were going to be a thing where it was like, basically the grandmother is the good one, and then the mom thinks that she's doing like what the grandmother wants, but the grandmother's actually going to be like, no, this is not what I want. Learn your lesson or whatever.
Like,
but instead, at the end, it's just like, oh no, the grandmother also is like, no, fuck you, get out, go. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah.
That's very accurate too. Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm also looking at this like, God, like, obviously, like, I'd like some more money, but like, if I end up being like this, oh God, fucking kill me. Like, these people are insufferable.
But Fallon, you don't want to have a bachelor party on your own cargo ship?
Oh my God.
That was funny, but I was also frightened.
I know, I was literally like, all of that, I was just, like, as soon as I saw international waters, I was like, oh no. But, yeah, like, I don't know. All of, like, honestly, all of that events and, like, all that stuff, and, because there was something where it was like, oh, there was a line somebody said, where it was like, who wouldn't want to be here, or something like that. And I'm like, me? I don't want to be here, like, ugh.
Oh, and then the scene with like the whole island where she was like, yeah, we just booked out the entire island just casually.
God.
Everyone can have their own free paid shopping trip.
Oh yeah. What was the line that was like, what do rich people like more than free stuff? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
No one likes free stuff more than rich people.
Yeah.
These rich people getting their handouts.
I know. So I don't know. I'm kind of in a weird place with this movie because of that. But again, I don't dislike it. It's something. Yeah. Again, I was angry despite the because the movie presents these people as like they are weird, right? That's the presentation of it. It's not like, oh, look at these great people to look up to. It's like, no, right? So I get it. It's just the ending again felt sort of weird. How it was sort of like. It was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Actually, never mind to do this. And it was just like, so I get it, of course, like you want the couple to end up together because that's the happy ending. But I don't know, it just felt like a little, the thing is like, I don't know, because like my immediate like attitude, obviously my attitude is not something that the characters have to have, but my attitude would be like if the mother did something like that to me, I'd be like, well, fuck you. I'm getting married to this person because I love them. You can piss off. Fuck off. You know what I mean? And like whatever. And like so again, I'm not saying that like that's what is the good thing to do or that's what they had to have done for me to like it. But like the fact that they then was that she was sort of like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna leave and like bye. I was like, I don't know how I feel like that. Like I get it, but I don't know. So it was something where I was willing to sort of like go like, okay, this is this character's decision. Fine. I can, but then the switch right in the airplane, I was like, well, so I don't know. I'm a little bit weird about that, but I also realize it's sort of like a probably more of a personal issue that I have with it. So,
Oh yeah, Mayan, what did you think of the film?
oh my god,
I had a very good time. I had a very, very good time. I'm glad that I picked this because I guess like I heard the premise and I thought, okay, this could be interesting. I mean, I have to also support one of the like 5 Asian American films that exist. So naturally, I must watch this, and I am very glad that I did. There were some very like. Yes, fuck rich people, but also they throw very interesting like venues. Like the wedding was really nice.
Oh yeah, with the water and everything, that was so cool. And then they held up the little fireflies and everything. I was like, whoa. That was probably really well the fireplace, no, but the putting the
$14
water.
million.
Yeah.
The flooded church.
oh my god.
No, and then when they were trying to guess, I found the scene where they were trying to guess, like, he was like, oh, I'm Rachel Chu, and the guy is like, which Chu? Are you like the packing peanuts
Oh my
Chu?
god.
Oh, yeah.
No, oh yeah. Something I also noticed was like basically because it was basically that guy and then like the people in the very beginning with the hotel were like the only white people in the movie, and I'm like, they just made the only white people in the movie like fucking morons. Like,
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I stand.
so, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I've got kind of in a weird place with like this movie. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm just glad you don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, and again, I will say it is like legitimately funny at points too. So that's it, because I feel like this kind of movie is definitely a kind of movie that can be like super like painfully unfunny. So
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to think of like the fucking romance, quote unquote romance movies that we saw in like the 90s and shit. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, So.
I think that's also why I like Oliver and Aquafina's characters so much, because they were the ones who delivered a lot of the really funny lines.
Yeah.
Like the scene where she opens the trunk of her car and she has like different dresses.
Yeah.
That was
really good.
Walk of shame dress.
I love that.
I guess. Yeah, that's good ratings.
Yeah, okay, I'll have to stick to a number, I guess.
You gotta commit, Valen.
You want me to go first? I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, go first.
Okay.
As the only white man here.
Okay. I guess I will commit to... I'll go with a 7.
Okay.
That is higher than I thought.
Yeah, that's also
I was like basically like again it was like definitely a 7 until like the ending part, and then I was like I'm not sure, but I'm gonna stick with the 7. So
I am going to give this 9.
That's okay. I'm gonna give it a 9 too. It's a very, very solid 9. I did not cry, but I had a very, very good time laughing my ass
I
off.
want to show this to people. I think that deserves a 9.
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah, I know my mom actually saw this movie.
What?
Really?
Yeah. And I know because she was like telling me to watch it, and I'm like, okay.
Well, now you
like,
can tell her that you've watched it.
I know, and like, because I'm now it's like, what did she think about it? Like, I don't know, because her opinions are
Interesting.
I don't know. Like sometimes we agree on things completely, and sometimes we completely don't. So, yeah, but I don't know.
Alright, well, let's see what we get next.
Oh yeah, we have to remind ourselves what actually is next. Well, actually, before that, why? What are you replacing
Okay, so I
Crazy Rich
had
Asians with?
so short backstory. So when we first picked Crazy Rich Asians, I had a pick in mind, but now I have 3 different ones, and that one is not actually included.
Mm.
I was trying to think for the past like 2.5 hours about what to replace this with, and so I think I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go with something slightly different from what I've picked so far, because one goes along the lines of like a historical film, which I have picked a couple of times, and then the other one actually has Aquafina in that one too, I think, as the main character. So we're gonna hold off on those. So I'm gonna pick The Shape of Water.
Okay.
Me and Valen know this film.
Yes, we know the premise and that it's good. People like it, so.
None of us have watched it, but
Yeah.
I guess it's one of those films where I was like, I need to be emotionally ready for it because it's a Guillermo del Toro movie.
Mm.
Lindsay Ellis did a video on like monster boyfriends. That was what it was, and she mentioned Shape of Water.
There was another video that came out recently about The Shape of Water, and that kind of revived my interest in like watching it sooner rather than later. So yeah, we will put the other 2 films that I have in mind on the main list, and we will find out what those are later. Yep. Hopefully, eventually, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, well, Tara, you are once again like the last to have any of her picks chosen.
Oh boy!
I swear it's been like, I don't know what. How many like full rounds have we done of this? Like,
I don't know,
5 or 6 or something.
Yeah, and I'm usually always.
And I swear at least like half of them it's been you, the last one.
No, not only that, but this time around, the 2 random picks are also ones that I've actually put on the list too.
So these are all your films.
All these are my films.
Basically, the universe thinks your opinions are bad.
No, don't say that to
her. Okay, well, let's see what we get.
I'm gonna win no matter what.
Oh no. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
I read that wrong. We get Catch Me If You Can.
Do you guys know anything about this film?
No.
Not at all.
Actually, I thought it was one thing, and then I realized it wasn't that. So, yeah, no.
What I will say about this is that we watched it randomly, because I forgot if it was on Netflix or on Prime or whatever. And at first I was like, this is an interesting film. But then I actually really enjoyed it. It actually has Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks in it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
nice.
So 2 of my favorite actors. So, it's also a cop. It's
buddy cop.
Not a buddy cop. It's more of a
buddy detective.
Not really even a buddy detective. There's no buddies.
Oh. How unfortunate.
No one is a friend.
Holy shit.
The premise of the... I don't know how much I want to say about it, but let's just say it's a chase movie.
Okay.
I mean, with a title like that, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, well, that'll be in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll be watching that. So, okay, and then after that, we will be moving on to the next show.
Yes.
I can't wait for January, though.
Oh my god, we'll get that! Don't spoil the January surprise.
No, but I'm so excited!
I am too. I
am for once too.
Tara will finally be joining us for a January experience.
Yeah, I'm actually participating in January this time around.
Oh, you guys will see. We're so hyped.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. That said, I have to choose my show for next.
Yeah. Yep. Your show is next. Well, after Catch Me If You Can. Yes, we have a month basically.
Okay, I have a month to choose. Okay, cool.
Well, oh no, we have to announce it next time, so you have 2 weeks to choose. Yeah.
Okay, got 2 weeks to choose. All right.
Yeah.
With that in mind, I can say that it's probably not going to be gargoyles because I don't know, gargoyles and Christmas don't seem to match up very well.
I don't know.
With some other month.
Yeah. Hey, did we ever actually mention that before? I don't think we ever said that. But yeah, originally when we were back before we had our break, Tara was thinking of picking Gargoyles as her show.
Oh yeah, I was gonna pick gargoyles, but that didn't.
Yeah.
That was when it
That
was
would
gonna be September.
September, yeah.
Yeah, that would have actually worked, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Oh well. I wouldn't mind, but whatever.
We'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see. I have Maya's actually figured out what her pick is going to be for February.
Oh man, I have not at all even thought about that for me, so I have no idea.
I don't know what I'm picking yet, so for December, but we will see. We will
Right.
see. Yep. With that though, goodbye.
Bye.